null. This means my buffer reader is reading the content of a line with the help of a read line method. While reading that, if the content is not equal, the symbol means not equal to null. That means if there is something inside that file, just print it. So yes, system.out.println. Okay, let's press yes, which is saved inside my file. After the file is read completely, I close my file. This is mandatory. Close has a very good importance. Okay. Now, I don't have to run any Selenium server here because there isn't any browser content. No browsers are called in this code. Just right click on this page, run as Java application. Simple. Now, why is that I'm using this file content here? Is, as I told in the inception, we have to get the complete information on a web page, and we need to store it at a place, at a location, and use it for our automation purpose back again. Okay, there you go. This is my file content. Right? This is how I read a file content using JavaScript, Java programming. Am I clear so far? Everyone?
Mahesh, can you repeat it once?
Yes, Mahesh, it's clear.
Sure. See, I want to read a file, content inside a file, so that's why, and the content inside a file is in string format. Okay? It's completely in the string form. And I will save it a location, and I created a file for this. For reading it, what I did is, as an inception, as it is a string, I created a string data type with an S variable. After that, I used a file reader class, which is used to open a file for reading purpose. Okay, and referred it with a variable, instantiated it with a new keyword. File reader is a method which accepts our location or a path. I have given the location of my file where it is residing. And this line will open my file. Once it is done, I have to read the file. For that purpose, I have one more class called buffer reader, and br is the variable which is used to refer my buffer reader. I instantiated that with new keyword again. I am giving a reference of my fr object, which is a file for my buffer reader class. So both of these combined open the file and they will read the file. So while doing that reading procedure or reading process, I want to print the content. So I wrote a small condition saying while s is equal to, s is my string variable, because whatever is read by the buffer reader, I want to save it inside s variable. So that's why I used s is equal to br dot buffer reader, br dot read line. Read line is a method which will read every line in that file. So while s is equal to br dot read line not equal to null. So while reading, there is a content, some content not equal to null means it's not equal to 0. There is something else in the file, whatever it may be. Okay, so if it is not equal to null, go print that content. That's what I'm saying. Once the printing is done, I'm closing my file. And this is the output. Once I run this, I run it back again. Save run as application. With the changes made. Understood, everyone?
Yes, Mahesh.
No. This is not sufficient for my testing. Reading is not the only thing that I will do. I have to also write something from my file. So I will write one more class. But actually, I can combine both of them in a single class. I don't want that to be messed up.
Mahesh?
Yes, but I'm here.
Sorry to interrupt you. You said the path you have mentioned in that code. Whenever you mention this path, it should be in single slash, right? But it is Why?
Here, if we give single slash, this will give you an error saying invalid escape sequence. This is my error. invalid escape sequence. Okay. The reason why we have given 2 slashes is in Java, when you are supposed to read a content from a location, the compiler has to search for that file in a location. As a precautionary measure, if I don't find the file, my escape sequences help me out in finding the file in 3 different parts. How many parts the path is designated? My path is into 3 parts. First is the D drive, the folder in which my file is, directly the folder. So when I'm trying to, or else when my compiler is trying to search for the file in D drive, if D drive is not found, the moment I give an escape sequence, it will start searching from this location onwards. So if D drive is not found, for suppose, okay, and even if after searching this automation app logic folder is not there, it starts searching. If I give an escape sequence here, it starts searching for this data.txt file in the entire system. When it didn't found data.txt also in the entire system, throws exception is the one which takes care of. See, I'll remove this throws exception. And it has given me an entire error saying unhandled exception type file not found exception. Now what happens even after the search is made through your escape sequences, if the file is not found in a location, what should I do? So exception class is a person which takes care of that. So that's why we add throws exception. Okay. So that is how search is refined. Even if the search didn't found, we are taking a precaution with my exception class, which will throw an error saying file not found. Am I clear so far?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Like whenever.
Yes, buddy.
Like whenever we are giving the path of this file, we have to give that exception.
No. It's not only for this file. Throws exception is the one which handles everything. Not only for this purpose, it has various purposes.
Okay.
So by
including
default,
this, it has various purposes.
yeah. So by default, we can give that throw expression, right?
Yeah, throws exception, yes, by default you can add it.
Okay.
This is also used for synchronizing your page. I mean, for example, if the page is moving faster and my tool is moving slower, or my tool is moving faster than the page, I can also use throws exception for synchronizing them. There is a thread.sleep method which helps me in synchronizing. I'll tell you. Throws exception has many usages. Okay. One of the uses with throws exception is this one. If the file is not found, it also can handle that exception.
Okay.
Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, Mahesh.
Yes, right.
Sure?
Yeah. Like,
Well, let's go for writing a file.
Mahesh,
buddy.
like
Somebody
for
else?
yeah, like for RC, do we need the basic knowledge of Java coding, or like we have to know the methods and class and looking knowledge?
I mean, if you have that knowledge, that would be an added advantage. But class is already defined, method is already defined. Only thing that you have to know is when to use this method for your testing purpose, and how to use it dynamically for your testing purpose. That's what you need to know. So for which you need only limited basics of Java, no need of going into the very intricate dependencies, the entire compiling procedural base, nothing as such, nothing needed as such.
Okay.
Okay, see for example your class invocation here. First underscore RC, we have a default Selenium class, right? This one. How to start using a class? This is how we use a class inside Java. It's the same with Selenium also. So we use the same procedure. Okay. Okay, let's go for writing. Any more questions, anyone? If you are fine, I'll go for this small write file program. Okay. No. Yes, buddy. Somebody has a question? Hello. Can I go ahead if no one has a question?
We are good, Mahesh.
Okay. No. In this write file Java, I would like to create a file. See, because in reading file, we created a file and wrote something and read that content, right? Now in this write file, we will create a file. I'll show you how to create a file. And moreover, in read file, we use two liners of code for reading, for opening and reading. We can do it in single line. See how do we do that? Write file, I'll use that. Here, apart from creating a file, we will directly write the content. So for writing a content inside a file, we have buffered writer as like buffered reader. Okay, and inside buffered reader, also I use some e is equal to new variables. You can write any variable. It's up to your discretion. So new buffered writer within parentheses. I can continue with my file writer also. So I instantiate my file writer also as like file reader, because I want to open a file for writing, and inside this I would like to give a location. Oops, sorry. Give this location. I'll write data underscore new dot txt. Extensions mandatory. I'm using escape sequences here. Semicolon. After my file writer is also a class, so let me import that. I'll import my buffered writer. After that, I need throws exception. Here it is. It's showing an error saying unhandled exception. So, throws exception. Yeah. Okay. This will create a file and open a file for writing. If I want to write the data inside a file, I use b dot write method. Okay. There are 5 kinds of write methods. If you want to write single characters, I can use char. If you want integers, I can use int. I want to write a string here, so I use string. It's up to you. You can use any write method. I say selenium. Again, if you want to write it in a new line, we have a new line method also. It takes our cursor to a new line. There it is. After that, again b dot write. Yeah. Now this will write these 2 lines inside my file. So after completing, I have to mandatorily close the file. Okay. This is mandatory. See, I will not close the file. I'm just commenting this line. Just close exception here. R is missing. So let me save. See, I'm not closing the file. Okay. I'll run this program. And it should create a file called data underscore new. Already done. Go back. My data underscore new is here. I see there is no content here. The importance of closing lies here. Whenever you are writing some file, writing some content here like this, when you close this, it asks you whether to save it or not. That's the default behavior of any file. If you don't save it, it will not save. As simple as that. Likewise, in programming, if you don't close the method after writing some value, the default behavior of that file is it will not save. There is an auto saving procedure after you implement this close method. So make sure that you close the file at the end. That's a good programming approach. Now if I close this, save this and run as again Java application. Now I go back to my application here, the file. See the content. See that? So close has a very high importance. After writing some content in the file, just close the file. Or else you will not see the content saved which you have written. Am I clear so far? This is how I write. I create a file and write a content inside my file. Everyone?
Mahesh, one doubt.
Yes, please.
In case of writing, we are if you are not closing, then it will not get saved properly. So in case of reading, if I didn't close, what will happen? Will I not be able to
reading is, we already wrote a content and saved it, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter here.
Okay.
But closing is a good practice in programmatic approach. See, while reading what we have done, we have created a file, we wrote something in the file and then saved it and placed it at a location.
Okay.
And then we are reading. So obviously something is saved.
Okay.
Even though you don't give anything like closing here, it will not make any difference.
Okay.
But closing is a very good practice, because if you close the file at the end, it will also release that file from the memory, which it has opened for any purpose, for reading or writing this place.
Okay, got it.
Or maybe this place. While writing, I have created a file and opened for writing, right?
Yes.
So, it's a good practice if you close that file so that it releases from the memory also.
Okay.
Besides saving. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
make it a good practice of closing the file at the end.
Okay, got it.
Are we clear so far?
Yeah, it's clear.
Now, what is the reason I told you about reading and writing? Is it so that we have to come write it manually? No, that's not the way. Let's come back to our first underscore RC. Yesterday's program, remember, we created some a Google page and read some links back here, and then when I write and ran this application, it showed me all the links back. Right? Now this is a temporary basis. Oops. Okay, I haven't started my Selenium server. Okay, that's a nice one. See, I haven't started my Selenium server. This is my error. See, it says could not contact Selenium server. Have you started it on localhost? See that? When I don't start my Selenium server, this error comes up. Please get acquainted with the errors. Write it in a notepad if possible. Write it. I prefer writing errors besides preferring this program. Whenever you see an error, you should be able to handle that error very efficiently. Okay? And here it is. I didn't start my Selenium server, so that's why it's throwing me an error like this. So I will go back and start my Selenium server by clicking on this small play button. Start my Selenium server. There it is. Because at the moment I opened my Eclipse, I haven't started my Selenium server. There it is. My Selenium server started. Now I'll just click on my program. Yesterday's first underscore RC program. I'm executing it. Now, as I was saying, this will show up the results only in the console, which is temporary. Now, when I am performing some testing, I need the results stored at a location, permanent location. Generally, I can say that yes, my testing is complete, and I can show it as a proof. Now, what I will do is, I will include my write method inside this program and write the content which I am reading from my web page, the links, and write all the links inside the notepad. Save it and keep it in that location. After closing it, I will make use of that file as my testing scenario. Ensure that all the content is read from my page. Okay, that's the intention actually for making you to be aware of how to read and write from Notepad or any other file. We will be using Excel also on the book. Okay, Firefox is taking a while. And for your info, I'm saying Firefox auto updates these versions. I mean, this is giving me a problem now. When it is auto updates, a versioning control will not be available. There will be some dependencies. Always ensure that you are not updating your Firefox version. Handle it properly. Or else, see, it's still preparing the profile for me. There is a new version yesterday, I believe. Okay. I'll run it again. I'll start my Selenium server. I'll restart it. Run my languages program again. Okay, run as Java application. Okay, there you go. That's my server window, and then comes my original browser window, my web page, requested web page. Okay. Now once this page is open, it will read all content and print that content inside my console in Eclipse. Now which is temporary. Yesterday as we have seen that output, right? There you go, my page is completely loaded. I'll come back to Eclipse. Okay, this is my content inside my console. Right? I want to print these values inside my notepad, which is printing here, which is not an actual content. Okay. So I'm winding up within 5 minutes, please. I know this is today, it has taken a huge while. I'm almost done. See, I'm going back to my write_file.java. What I'll do here is I'll just take these 3 lines, copy them, come back to RC. After default Selenium instance, after browser instance is created, I will just paste it here. Okay. My buffer writer is here, and I want to write the content. So I take this writing procedure inside my for loop, where I am printing my values. But instead of Selenium training or something like this, I will print this variable. I will not print this content, I will print language. Okay, I don't need new line also, because each and every for loop will be in a new line. That's it. I will not do anything. Okay, I'll close my browsers. Okay, I'll rerun my program, saved it, and I haven't closed it. So please ensure that you have closed your file there. B.close. As I told you, if you don't close, you will not see your results back. Okay, it is after my for loop. I close my file content, save it at a location. Once again. Instead of the content like Selenium training or Java programming which wrote, it should list out the link values. Okay, there is my web page. Okay, my page is completely loaded. Now I'll go back to Eclipse and see whether it is opening up my content back. As usual, I should print my values. Okay, in my console. Here are my values. Apart from this, it should print them inside my data_info. See that, everyone? All my languages listing there.
Yes.
So if I use a new line, it will come in a line sequence.
Yes.
This is the intention of using your files of doing a writing procedure in Java. That express of everyone. I will repeat this back again for them. Okay? For everyone, I'll repeat this. Hello? Everybody, are you there with me?
Yeah. Yes, Nagesh.
Okay. I'm sorry today it took a huge time. I'm really sorry for that. Yeah,
It's
I'll repeat
okay.
this session once again for you all, if you want to. Okay?
If you share this file, we can just go through it once.
Yes, right away. I will send it to my acknowledging person, and he will send it back to your inboxes. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. You will get it through your mails. Hope you have given your email address to him, right?
Yes, I have sent a mail to info at AppLogic Technologies.
Okay.
That assignment, whatever you have given, I have replied to that mail.
Okay.
But I didn't get any response. I thought to confirm it whether is that the right mail, so I can email it if I have. Okay.
I will ask them to get back to you on the email address also. So
Okay.
every day they will be keep posting the files to you, and then you get the updated files on it.
Okay.
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 Thanks a lot, everyone, for coping up, and have a good weekend. And we'll have a next session on my Monday morning, or oh no, it will be
Uh,
by Tuesday morning again.
is there
I
any?
believe we have a session on tomorrow also.
Yes, some recap session you said. Can.
Yes. That's what I want to ask everyone. Everyone, are you with me? Shweta, Lavanya,
Yes, Mahesh.
Sita?
Yes, Mahesh.
Okay, tomorrow we have a session again, my Saturday morning and Friday evening.
Okay.
We will do a small recap on the sessions which you have taken till now.
Okay.
Okay.
And after that, we'll have a next session on my Tuesday morning. That will be on Monday evening.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, then let's catch up on tomorrow morning, my time at 6:30 a.m. I guess.
Okay, Mahesh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mahesh.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you.